Okay, so we're going to make a cake today, a chocolate cake. This is a great recipe to do with families and with little kids, but it's also a nice small snacking cake size. So if you've just got a couple people at home and you'd like to make some dessert, but not a huge one, this is a good recipe to use. So it was very popular about 100 years ago because it does not use eggs or butter or milk. So those ingredients were rationed during World War I and World War II, and they were very expensive during the Great Depression. So this is a recipe that housewives could use to make a chocolate cake for their family without burning up their ration book or without burning up their housekeeping money. So to start off with, you just need to grease the bottom of an 8-inch pan. And then you need to mix the dry ingredients together. You can do that in the pan itself, or if you're working with small children, you might want to put it in a Tupperware because that way it's easier to mix for them. So you just need 1.5 cups of flour and 1 cup of sugar, 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. So again, you can stir this up with a fork, or you can cheat and just put a top on and just give it to the kids to shake up. And so they give it a really good shake so that everything gets all mixed up together because you want that baking soda completely incorporated. So then when you open that up again, then you just pour the dry ingredients into your pan. You can mix the dry ingredients in a separate container like this, but once you put the wet ingredients in, it has to be mixed in the pan itself, otherwise it won't rise properly. So now you've got to this point, you're going to make 3 little wells in your dry mixture, and in one of them you are going to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and in the other one, you are going to put 1 teaspoon of the magic ingredient, white vinegar. And so the reason that you don't need eggs is because you are going to use the chemical reaction between the baking soda and the white vinegar to make the cake rise. So the 2 ingredients work together to cause carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide bubbles get trapped in the batter, and that's what makes the cake rise. So then you also add 1/3 cup of vegetable oil. It'll be more than the size of your well, don't worry about it. And then once you've got those 3 things in, then you're going to add 1 cup of water, and then you're going to mix it very thoroughly because again, you've got a chemical reaction going on in here between the baking soda and the vinegar, and so you want to get those ingredients completely mixed up together so that you don't have spots in your cake that don't rise. So this recipe is a great opportunity to talk to your kids about chemistry because there is a chemical reaction that is going on here that you can explore a little bit more. If you've ever made one of those paper mache volcanoes that erupt when you add the baking soda and vinegar, it's the exact same process. This is also a great cake recipe to use to talk to your kids about history, and especially talk to them about the fact that there have been other times in world's history where things have been very kind of, tense and difficult, and that people got through it. And so it's a kind of a way to talk out any kind of anxiety or stress that your kids might be feeling, that they might be picking up on with the grown-ups in their lives. Just to let them know that, we'll get through this, we'll get through it together, and that there have been difficult times before that we have all managed to get through. So once you've got that all mixed up, then you're going to put it in a 350-degree oven, and you're going to bake it for about 35 minutes. It's a pretty moist cake, so make sure you test the center with a toothpick and have the toothpick come out clean before you take it out of the oven. So I'm going to post this video and a picture of the finished product on the library's Facebook page, and we encourage you all to download cookbooks from Alaska Digital Library and post photos of your creations on this thread as well. Thank you.